Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I'm Sandman99.
And we're back with Fallout 4 G9-13 playthrough.
Yes, and when we were last around, we were derailing the railroad. And we finished that up by wiping out the railroad in Ticonderoga, I think it is, safe house.
Yeah, which is in Monsignor Plaza,
yeah,
or nearby.
Near the Monsignor Plaza Mall. Anyway, now I gotta have a drink of water already to start the episode. So,
Good way to start any episode.
yeah, and I've got almost no water, so we need to go to a settlement.
Oh yeah, you had that problem where you deposited all your water
I
by
went
accident.
and deposited all my water somewhere, and I don't remember where now. But, yeah, I've got no water. But anyway, we just got... the extinction has been postponed. So I guess we have to report to the sheriff. And we also got a message to go and defend Ten Pines Bluff. But we're kind of busy right now, so I guess we'll maybe do that later if we have time. But for the time being, we're going to go back and report to the sheriff. But it's probably easier. Well, I don't know. Maybe I killed all these guys in here already.
Well, you could go this way, and then you could go and get some water while you're on the way.
Yeah. I could maybe stop off at Hangman's Alley there and see if they got some empty bottles that I can fill. Or maybe that's where I left all my water, I don't know.
Either that or at Red Rocket, whatever the hell.
Yeah, Red Rocket Boston.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess that's another possibility, but we have to pass right by Hangman's Alley anyways, so we will go there first.
All right.
And while we're there, we can check and make sure we have, you know, like proper levels of ammunition and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, well, you're running low on shotgun shells, aren't you?
I don't know. We'll take an accounting when we get there. We're almost there now. Have to go across that bridge over there, and then we're there. Because I'm guessing that the sheriff will probably have a new job for us when we...
Was that Deathclaw nearby?
No, that's just Lily in her power armor.
Teleporting in?
No, she kind of, you know, has rather loud footsteps and shakes the ground a little bit when she runs. Yeah. Because she is wearing power armor.
I didn't even hear her footsteps. I just noticed the vibration of the screen.
Yeah, well, I can feel the vibration in my hands in the controller a little bit. Particularly when she's close by. She just teleported in, and I can hear her footsteps when she's really close, right?
Yep.
Because she's not very stealthy. So anyway, we'll stop in here and we'll do a quick
water check,
inventory, and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, look, there's a power armor frame.
Ooh, next stop, remind me to lube the leg bearings on my power armor.
Yeah, we'll scrap a few of these extra weapons that we picked up. Stick a few of them in the workbench, too. In case we have a settler who decides to go and grab something out of the workbench in an emergency.
Fair enough.
Because they will do that if they're poorly armed, and if there happens to be a better weapon available in the settlement workshop bench, they'll go and grab that instead.
Which means the wisest course of action is to put the most powerful weapons of all in the workbench, like Fat Man and
you don't
quad barrel rocket launchers.
Yeah, you don't want that. Okay. You don't put rocket launchers or Fat Men in the workbench, because I actually had to take away a Fat Man from a settler once, because I came back to I wasn't entering a settlement attack or anything like that. I was just traveling and checking in, right? Just something you have to do every now and then. And I happened to see this settler who had a guard assignment carrying a fat man on his shoulder. And I figured, you know what? Okay, you can't have that. Sorry. That toy is just too dangerous for you, okay?
You just didn't want to get blowed up by your own guards.
Well, or have them blow each other up or something like that too, right? I mean, these guys have no regard for their own personal safety. And they also don't do a very good job of avoiding friendly fire themselves.
What, are you trying to tell me that there's a difference between a fat man and a shotgun?
Yeah, there is a difference between a fat man and a shotgun.
Funny, they look the same to me.
Yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't really think very much of most of the selection of heavy weapons in this game, because I think that for how much they weigh and how much the ammunition for those things tends to weigh,
yep,
that you can get far better bang for your buck out of, like a combat rifle, or since I've since discovered even an assault rifle, which is just an absolutely lovely gun to shoot.
Even though you snubbed it for so long?
I snubbed it for so long just because I didn't like how much it weighed, but boy, they're nice to shoot.
Huh?
Oh yeah, right, water. That's what we're here for. Let's see if we've got water in the workbench here first. Purified water. We got a whole bunch here. Maybe this is where we left them. Okay. So I think we're good now for that. So we dropped off a bunch of other stuff. And we'll see if we can take all of these guys as caps again. Didn't collect very many since the last time I was here, only 100. But
well, you're here fairly recently though, right?
Yep.
Ever seen a silver
Yeah.
camp?
Once you build the shops at a settlement, even if you don't shop at them, and it is kind of handy to have that extra shopping available, rather than having always to go to certain points on the map. You can also get rich that way.
Yep.
As we've seen, because some of these settlements where I have some shops at, and I haven't been there in a long time, I go back and they've got like 4,000 caps in the workbench, right? So that's just a little tip if you want to, if you have trouble staying solvent, then invest in some workshops in your settlements.
Just keep it holstered.
That guy's got a broadsider, you see that?
Yep.
The broadsider's kind of a neat weapon too, and it does lots of single point damage, like single shot damage, but the cannonballs are ridiculously heavy too, right? About one of the best, actually surprised, but one of the best weapons I discovered is actually the harpoon gun.
Oh?
Yeah, because harpoons don't weigh as much. They're like, out of all the heavy guns, they have about the lightest ammunition weight, and they still do a huge amount of damage. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to have a smoke before I go in here. And not only that, but if you modify your harpoon ammunition at the workbench, which you can do, you can get flechette ammunition for it. And what that does is it reduces the effective range of the weapon a bit. But
How about you carry useless heavy shit for
the
a
harpoon
change?
gun is also one of those guns where you can recover ammunition out of the bodies of the things that you shoot with it.
Yep.
And if you change your ammunition to flechette ammunition, well, when you fire one harpoon, and when you go to recover it, you might get 2 or 3 back. right? It's just a thing they didn't think of in the game, I guess, and it's never been patched out. But you can actually multiply your ammunition by using the gun.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and the thing does almost as much damage as a missile launcher. It's just not area effect damage. It's single target, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. Now I know what heavy weapon to use if I ever use heavy weapons in this game.
And you know what? The harpoon gun is not horribly heavy as far as the heavy weapons go. It's definitely not the worst one. Right? It doesn't really weigh any more than this assault rifle that I'm packing around now. That being said, though, the assault rifle has a fire rate that's like 30 times what the harpoon gun does, so... Now I gotta eat something. Always something needs to be taken care of. There's so much stuff in my inventory here that I... Okay, we'll eat some of those and some of those. There. Oh look, Commander Delano is in her wicket there. I wonder if I happen to have any. No, I don't.
No, you went and deposited those.
Yeah, you know what? Just never have them when we need them.
Yeah, it should work, as long as they're where the data says they are.
It's down there somewhere, that's for sure. We repeated the triangulation 4 times, and the courser's chip detected each burst.
What did Whitworth say the blast radius on that thing was?
200 meters.
That gives us 400 meters end to end, not accounting for cavitation and pressure at that depth. Looks like we'll need every bit of that blast radius to do the job.
What depth?
That's the big question, isn't it? The deeper it is, the more pressure will be on the walls of the void, and the bigger the effective radius. Which is why...
I know. I'm sorry, Barb. I can't promise your safety. I can promise we'll do our best, and you'll be the last to fall if you fall.
I know, I'm just not made for this.
Are we there yet? Excuse me.
Welcome back. Report?
Oh, Lily, I'm so glad you made it back safe.
Hey, Babs. Yeah, I'm all in one piece. Didn't think I'd miss dinner night, did you?
And the railroad?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Sheriff.
The report.
Well, you mean the wholesale slaughter where they had no chance? Yeah, we did it. The railroad has been destroyed.
Well, I can't lie. It's not how I'd want to go out. But the railroad headquarters is full underwater. It came up over the church basement before we even got there after the blast. It happened so fast, one of them chargers had to crack a seawall. The blast must have attracted some loose railroad because they showed up to a party with us in the church. But it was nothing we couldn't handle. Then we jetted over to Ticonderoga, like you wanted, which you'll have to explain to me why it's me doing all the work sometime. Ticonderoga went according to plan. I thought you'd like to know, Babs. Kept us all from having to fight in an office building. Harkin set up this vicious gauntlet with the turrets that cut those poor schlubs to pieces the moment they stuck their heads out the door.
Or more like you did.
One wise guy had a gas
they blew
mask
up the
and
turrets.
stayed up there, but we went in and cleaned the last bit out. Speaking of cleaning, that place is a soot-filled mess now. You're gonna want to wipe down anything the scavengers bring back from there.
Good work. If the railroad somehow survives this, there won't be any sense left to turn loose by the time they achieve that capability again. It's time for an even more formidable enemy now. Report with us to the briefing area. Time is critical.
Okay. I'm supposed to go stand over here, I guess?
Yep, you have to stand in your place.
As you all know by now, our operation against the railroad was a success. There were absolutely 0 casualties, thanks in no small part to Dr. McClintock's brilliant strategy. If there is anything left of their organization, it is so scattered and crippled as to no longer be capable of fulfilling its dubious mission. Still, be careful. They were a decentralized command. There are certainly agents still out there, and they will have a bone to pick with us. But there is no time for celebration yet. Our next target is much more capable and dangerous than the railroad, and we know far less about it. The first order of business is to secure the room from security leaks. I know I have the loyalty of everyone else in this room. What I don't know is if you're willing to assist us in moving against the Institute.
Okay, sounds like fun. I'm in.
Good. Most of us know the history of the Institute. They were formed from the ruins of the university north of the Charles River. CIT. At first, interactions with the outside world were positive by all accounts, and the Institute tried to assist with the reclamation of the city. For reasons we don't know, the Institute grew displeased with the efforts. They grew less and less interested in assisting settlements. They branded the entire effort to form a functional government a waste of time, and isolated themselves almost 100 years ago. Which brings us to the settlement's attempts at forming a stable government. The Commonwealth Provisional Government meeting at the castle. For anyone who does not know, the CPG was an effort to unify the Commonwealth under a common, mutually beneficial relationship. The Commonwealth's most influential settlements sent representatives to the castle 40 years ago to try and reach their own agreement on a government. The Institute also sent a representative, a synth, who killed all attendees. It was the last attempt this region ever made at forming a government. From what I've been told, that incident marks when the Institute stopped being a self-isolated outsider and became a dangerous antagonist. No longer satisfied to keep to themselves, they have decided on a course of action that is as baffling as it is dangerous. To save humanity, they kidnap random citizens, kill them, and replace them with synthetic copies of varying similarities to the original. To further complicate things, these replacements are not always reliable. They can and do malfunction, sometimes in violent ways. I'm talking about the Broken Mask incident, where Diamond City learned the hard way that synths could and did walk among us, completely undetected. They kidnap uninfluential people, sometimes in far-flung corners of the Commonwealth, whose replacement could serve a limited agenda at best. Farmers, scavengers, beggars, parents and siblings, ordinary everyday people who could not possibly steer an agenda, all dead and replaced. They demand we stop interfering. They claim they are not interested in the affairs of the outside world, that we are beneath them, and then they take actions totally contrary to their claims. If their goal is to sow mistrust and doubt of synths and their organization while simultaneously uniting us against them, they succeeded. However, I doubt that is what they are setting out to do, which makes their real goals all the more mysterious. Lieutenant.
While we only think we know a few things about the Institute, we know enough to get us started, and we know what we need to do. Not long after we established our headquarters and began on-air communications, our equipment started detecting periodic energy bursts. We had no idea what they were. Suffice to say, they came from somewhere close by and were generated by sophisticated technology.
How'd you guys figure that out?
Energy releases that powerful are either an explosion, EMP, or unknown technology. Since there were no explosions and no EMP...
Good point.
We spent a considerable amount of time trying to triangulate where the bursts were coming from. We had no idea what they were, and no way to predict them. We just had to send scouts who would sit and wait for readings. Reading the data proved a challenge. Every energy burst seemed to have two origins, which complicated the data considerably. They would come in pairs. One signal always seemed to emanate from Cambridge, the other... it was anyone's guess. We made little progress for a long time. We suspected the Institute, but we couldn't tell if it was an experiment, a weapon, or something else. So it became standard operating procedure to collect telemetry during any encounters we expected to have with the Institute. Recently, during Lily's extraction from the Institute counter-ops facility, Crenshaw encountered something that made it all make sense. You've no doubt all heard through rumors now that the Institute possesses teleporter technology, and it was the source of the energy burst. And now you know why we can't ever find the Institute. It has no doors.
The data Crenshaw gathered while face-to-face with the teleporter energy bursts did not go to waste, however. As you can imagine, the data streams in these teleporter bursts are both large and dense. But it turns out they are very easy to disrupt. The destination stage of the teleport is dependent on some very precise and delicate magnetic field effects to maintain cohesion. The carrier wave for the data is a standard radio station. Both are easy to jam within a mid-sized radius of a kilometer.
Ah, so that's how.
Yes, we've been jamming constantly since learning this. If we jam the radio station, they can't send the signal and teleport here. If we interfere with the magnetic field as they arrive, the materialization will be disrupted, and they will arrive non-functional, to say the least. The scribes of the Brotherhood have provided additional intel as to the nature of these teleporter bursts.
They come through as jelly.
And how best to detect them. By adjusting our scanners according to their recommendations, we've been able to more closely triangulate where in Cambridge they come from. But the real breakthrough came when we were able to recover a courser chip so fresh we could keep it active outside of its original install location.
We've been closely monitoring the chip that came out of the CPU of the courser that Crenshaw and Harkins recovered. The chip is finely tuned to detect the Cambridge side of the teleporter bursts and becomes very active during and immediately after them. Some of the technology we've been able to harness, other aspects of it are a complete mystery. For example, we have absolutely no idea how to use this chip to hitch a ride on their teleporter or call for a pickup. However, we have been able to decode and read the data it receives for each of the teleporter bursts. This means we know where in Cambridge the Institute is located.
Finally. Let's go kick some ass.
Roughly.
God damn it.
So then what the hell are we gonna do? Why are we here?
The Institute is indeed located in the CIT ruins as rumored. However, it is well below those ruins. How far exactly, we don't know. We don't know its size, shape, or just how deep it is. That's no way to plan an attack strategy.
We're going to collect data, which is where I come in.
Listen closely, people. The doctor is about to go over the plan.
Years ago, when we started digging under Diamond City for the soil to fill the greenhouse, we realized the void could double as a cistern. But it would only suffice as a cistern if we dug to the right location. We had to look underground before we even broke ground to know where. To do this, I borrowed a piece of equipment from Vault 81,
Oh, I remember that. Some kind of radar, you said? Had me push a lawnmower around while you followed me and banged on your computer?
As I explained at the time, it wasn't a lawnmower then, and it isn't a lawnmower now, Lily. It's a ground-penetrating radar, or GPR for short.
I also remember nobody else in the Commonwealth knew how to use it, which is why Vault 81 let you borrow it. You gonna teach Dan or Crenshaw? You want me to go ask him for you? That why I'm here?
Actually, we have the radar already. Scouts went over and picked it up from McNamara yesterday. Her rental fee wasn't cheap. More to the point, I tried to teach the brightest FSD personnel to use it, but it's not possible in the short time frame we have. The software to run it is just too complicated. I had plenty of time to learn to use it in Vault 81, which means I'm going to have to do it.
Wait, so you're going out there? Oh, no. Babs ain't getting her ass shot off if I got anything to say about it.
You wanted to know why you're here, Lily? The same reason we brought you in on the Atom Cat operation. What would you do if we told you not to come?
You could bet your ass I'm out there if Babs is. This isn't negotiable.
As we are all aware, which is why you're here, better you coordinate and assist than go loose cannon on us.
Oh, you're really doing this, ain't you, Babs?
There's no other way, Lily. I've only fought plant pests. Believe me, I don't want to do this either. But the intel is hot. We have to act, and fast.
That's not listening, people. We're here for business. Doctor, the plan, please.
Of course, Dan. Apologies. All right, people. Here's the situation. As I just mentioned to Lily, the plan is to make a map of the subsurface beneath the CIT building in Cambridge. To do this, we'll be using the GPR. Unfortunately, the Institute is probably far too deep for standard GPR to map. So we're going to need to modify the device and collection procedure for our purposes. However, this is nothing I haven't done before. I used the same method to map out far below Diamond City, letting us find good soil for the greenhouse and a solid granite void for the cistern. However, there are big catches to the plan. First, I have to do this, because as I said, the software package is too complex to teach quickly. Then there's the method of collection. The GPR has to remain still and hooked to a worksite fusion generator for a period of time to read that deep. And finally, we only get one shot at this, and we need good coverage, so I'll be taking at least 3 individual readings as a sitting duck.
I'm right by your side out there, Babs.
Being out there is certainly not my first choice. I'm no fighter. I only know how to fire a pistol because McNamara forced me to learn.
Keep your eyes up front and your attention on me, people. Dr. McClintock just explained what we're doing. I'm going to explain how we do it.
Question? Because I don't get it. How does figuring out exactly where the Institute is help us fight it? We still can't get it or reach it.
That comes after we analyze this data. Now, if it's okay with you, I'd like to continue with the briefing.
Sorry.
As I was going to say, Dr. McClintock will need to take at least 3 separate measurements in the main quad of the CIT campus.
Question.
Unbelievable.
Sorry. But won't they be able to teleport in right behind us? Literally, once they figure out what's going on?
Lily.
Yeah?
Shut up and listen.
Sorry.
The 3 readings the doctor mentioned must also be far from each other to avoid wasting valuable time overlapping the scans. The doctor anticipates each measurement will take a minute or 2, during which time she is a sitting duck. I would send most of our force to keep her safe, but for the hope that this entire scan might go unnoticed by the Institute entirely. So the force must remain small, and must operate at night. With any luck, they can quietly walk in there, take their scans, and quietly walk out. However, I'm not going to risk lives on only that hope. So we have a plan B in case the Institute detects the doctor's GPR. Lieutenant Crenshaw will escort Dr. McClintock to a rally point a block from the CIT campus in Cambridge. They must travel alone, Lily, because I want them arriving without a single shot fired. Her safety is paramount, and power armor attracts attention. The equipment is portable in only the strictest sense of the word. Lieutenant Spears and Lily will carry that to the rally point in Cambridge. Lieutenant Harkins will arrive with the regulars in case Plan B must be executed. They will wait at their own rally point to avoid drawing attention. When all parties are confirmed in position, you will move quietly to take the first reading. The GPR will no doubt flood the Institute with radar waves. They might very well detect it. They might never know it happened. We do not know. What we do know is that it will be a very tense few minutes, with the thought that any second a synth could teleport in next to them.
Why don't you just...
Because the jamming device directly interferes with their teleport carrier signal, and emits quite the light show. The GPR might get their attention. However, the jamming device will get their attention. Nevertheless, the equipment you and Spears will be transporting has a jammer hooked to a worksite fusion generator. If they are not discovered, Crenshaw and the doctor will take the readings and everyone will quietly return. No shots fired. However, at the first positive sign that the Institute is alerted to their presence, Plan B will take effect.
To be clear, Plan B is not an evacuation plan. Its objective is to protect the doctor while she finishes taking readings under fire. If and when their cover is compromised, Lieutenant Crenshaw will immediately activate the jamming device. We estimate its radius at a city block, meaning synths will not be able to teleport into the main quad or line of sight of the doctor. Lieutenant Harkins' team will be responsible for intercepting and disabling synths that teleport from outside the radius and arrive on foot. Lieutenant Spears' team will rally to Crenshaw and the doctor. They will clear the main quad and keep it that way to create a secure perimeter. This will act as a buffer zone to keep synths away from the doctor. Spears' team is not to leave the main quad. They stick close to Crenshaw. To reiterate, Spears' team will not leave their post. They are to only engage synths that make it past Harkins' team and are in firing range. Be ready to cover the doctor while she moves from reading position to reading position if need be. Once the data has been collected, Lieutenant Crenshaw will escort the doctor from the quad and bring her back here under Stealth Boy cover. They will not collect the equipment and they will not engage the enemy on the way out. The purpose is to get the doctor out as fast as possible. And the GPR equipment. The Institute will know what we are doing if we leave it behind. It's imperative Lieutenant Spears and Lily clear it.
Lily.
Yo?
I know you care a great deal for the doctor. But you need to be a team player in this. No taking protecting her into your own hands. You need to follow your orders in this without question, and trust that Crenshaw will keep her safe.
You got it, Sheriff. We're a team tonight. So what are you gonna do with all this information?
The last thing we need is the Institute catching any of you and putting you under their mind scanners to hear the answer to that question. So, we're not going to be discussing that until the data is analyzed and we have formulated a plan that's ready to execute.
Lieutenant Crenshaw and the Doctor will equip and leave for Cambridge within the hour. Spears' team, the GPR, jamming equipment, and fusion generator are in the armory. Rendezvous with Crenshaw and the Doctor at nightfall in Cambridge at the designated location. Bring the equipment with you. Harkins' team will be there, but not actually enter the CIT campus quad. Do not wait to contact them to begin. They will remain out of sight.
Are there any questions?
So we do this, and the Brotherhood floats their asses back to DC?
I don't know where they'll go. I frankly don't care. But they have agreed to leave the Commonwealth, yes.
Say no more. We're good to go. I'll keep Barb safe.
No, sir. We're ready.
Gary didn't patch me up for nothing. Let's get this started.
You are a loyal sidekick. Very
Back
well.
to the sidekick.
Good luck out there. Work together and bring each other back safely.
Except for the sidekick. It's the sidekick's job to keep themselves from getting filled full of bullet holes.
Yeah. Retrieve the GPR and jamming relay equipment from the armory. Okay, well, first of all, we need to eat and drink and stuff like that because this needs to be done.
Yeah, that was a long meeting.
Oh, look, I got ice-cold purified water.
Ah, there you go. That's why you stored your water away.
Yeah. Okay, well. Let's see what else we got here. Well, okay, we'll eat those. I can't take any of that stuff. Okay. Okay, so I guess we need that so that we know where to go in order to pick this stuff up, right?
Go here, fetch thing, take it place.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. FSD Armory. Oop. FSD Armory. As if you're too close to the door, you can't open it.
Well, it does open outwards.
That's it right there in the middle of the floor. Damn, that's pretty big. I can see why they need us to haul the shit there. I'll get the jammer and the processor. Lily, you grab the dish assembly and the tripod.
Where's your
morale
head?
officer can grab the laptop and the fusion generator.
You got it, Spears.
That's a funny graphical
Give me a sec to get this
glitch.
chained up.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there.
Okay. Guess we gotta take that stuff. Okay.
His power armor's looking kind of shot too, maybe.
Yeah, he's missing all of his pieces of armor. What's going on now? Okay. I guess we picked up all the stuff.
Oh, is there something in the corner?
Hey,
Oh,
Got
no.
your work cut out for you. Now let's get to it.
Okay, because the quest marker is over Lieutenant Spears.
Oh, do we get a script lag thing again?
I don't know. I'm not
Where
sure
you
what we're supposed to do. It says
walk-
talk to Lieutenant Spears.
Where you walk out of the armory and then walk back in again?
You ready to head out?
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yep, let's go.
All right. Off to Cambridge.
You know, this is a lot lighter than the motorcycle.
Okay, so meet Crenshaw and McClintock. Okay, well, here we go.
I guess he got banged up way worse than we thought there.
Yeah. Which door are we supposed to use? I guess we'll use this door.
You can use whatever door
We
you
can
want.
use whatever door we want, but we'll use that door. And we gotta pause because we're going outside.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and it is already dark, so I guess we need to get going. No rest for the busy, I guess. Oh, we're going the wrong way.
But not the wicked?
Well, or either, I guess. But I have to assume that we're the good guys, right? I mean, I can understand why some people who might have invested some, playtime in getting to know the NPCs of the railroad might be upset by how things have gone so far.
Nah.
But in a way, the fact that I wasn't able to actually interact with the railroad due to that weird glitch much earlier, that sort of worked in my favor, because now I didn't have anything invested in them.
He's still headless.
No, I think he's got a head, but it's just...
Oh, he's got a head now? It's just tucked away inside?
It's tucked away
How's
inside,
it hanging,
maybe.
buddy?
Oh, so he's just, like, not in his armor properly.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Oh, what's down there?
Oh, that's just two people in power armor now trotting along behind me.
God.
That's what that is.
Or one person in power armor and a power armor frame.
Yeah. Well, we'll assume that his power armor is somewhat effective.
It's probably one of those Bethesda bugs. Because he, the whole idea is he got shot up, right? I guess there was just nobody around to repair his shit.
Yeah, I guess not.
Lily's actually got the dish on her back.
Yeah. And she's run into that light post.
The ultimate bane of all NPCs. Light posts.
Yeah.
She's just busy on her phone, right?
Yeah, bonk.
Yeah, there you go.
We're seeing some of those things on the internet, right? People talking on their phones. The funniest one was a guy who was walking along playing a game on his phone or something, and he walked right into a black bear that was walking down the street coming from the other direction. And the funniest thing was that the guy and the bear looked at each other, and then they both turned around and ran in the opposite direction at the same time, right? It was hilarious.
Oh, man.
Okay, what are we supposed to do here? Meet Crenshaw and Dr. McClintock between 9 and 10 p.m. Okay, so I guess we're 3 minutes early. So that must be them coming there, maybe? Or is that one of my provisioners?
Yeah, who knows?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, here they are. Find Crenshaw and Dr. McClintock. Okay. I guess we were 3 minutes early. Now we have to find them. They're inside this building? Is that where they are? Or are they in the front of it?
Beats me.
Oh, here they are. Talk to Dr. McClintock.
Hi. Glad you guys made it. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, we're all good on our end. Just another stroll through the Garden of Eden. Here's all the heavy shit.
I'm glad we got you guys out here. That shit looks heavy. Between all of us, I think we can handle it.
Okay. I guess we're gonna set it up
just
now.
clicked their mic a couple minutes ago. The team's in position. What do you say, Doc? You ready to go do this?
I went down my checklist. I even barfed on the way here.
She ain't lying either.
And if I pee my pants out there, I'll just keep going. So, yeah. I think I'm as ready as I'll ever get.
You stick to me like glue out there. You got it? I'll have my hand on the jammer button in case we see anything.
You look out for her out there, Crenshaw. We'll be right here, waiting to help.
Anything pops up out there, you'll have to get through me first. I promise you.
Time to make the donuts.
Okay. Stick with Dr. McClintock while she takes the readings. Okay.
Good thing everybody does that half jog.
Yep. Oh, maybe he is invisible in his power armor. Okay, well.
Told you so.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing here?
Just guarding her, I guess.
Talk to her. What? Talk to her if the steam stalls. Okay.
Excuse me.
You guys cover us while we work. There is no telling what they might pull with that teleporter.
Okay, well, I'll get my gun out
The
then.
rig good to go, Doc?
Yeah? Yeah, it's on. Just started the emitter. Give me 20 seconds to finish the reading.
Hey, I got more ammunition for this. I'll use
okay,
this
we're
instead.
good. Let's get the second reading.
Stay close. We're on our way.
This also holds more bullets. Okay, that wasn't so far. When they said far apart, I thought we were going to have to, like, wander all over the block here
Crenshaw?
or something.
On it, Doc. Harkins, plan B. We got incoming. Ow!
Ow! Fuck!
Uh-oh.
One brain
Institute
taco
courser.
coming right up.
Uh-oh. Somebody just tossed a grenade at him. I guess that's it for him.
Yep.
Okay.
No matter where you go, the bleachers seems to be the only ones that know how to use a frickin' broom.
You guys cover us while we work. There is no telling what they might pull with that teleporter.
Okay, well, so far so good. This reading is taking a little longer than the first one did, hey? I think that truck over there is going to blow up, too.
Well, hopefully it blows up and then doesn't hurt anybody over here.
I think we're far enough away. We should be good. I'm just going to go stand over here in case. I'm just keeping an eye out here.
You might need to talk to Crenshaw, too. I don't know.
I don't know. Go and see if Crenshaw and Duck... Okay, yeah.
Hi.
That's it? Where's the rest of them?
Babs? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm almost finished with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he shot her in the
Talk
ass.
to me. What's the situation out there? What? None. You're shitting me. Yeah. Yeah. Stay wired tight. Keep in touch.
Talk to me, Crenshaw. What's going on? I'm not hearing gunshots out there.
Arcus reports no incoming. I don't get it. I'm getting worried now.
We don't have time to worry. I'm done with this reading. One more and we can go. Let's move it.
Everyone, stick close. Keep those eyes pointed out and wide open.
I bet they're all coursers and they're invisible or something, right?
What's going on, Babs? Why aren't they coming to kill us? It's too fucking quiet.
I don't know, Lily. Unless...
What is it, Doc? We're gonna die in a giant explosion right now?
So what am I supposed to do now? Escort Dr. McClintock to the third reading. Okay.
You gotta push her over slightly. She, like, running in the wrong place there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's running the wrong place. You could give her a little push. Or you could TCL her. She's really trying really hard to get to wherever she's trying to go. I think she's stuck on the machine, though. Oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Just had to give her a little push.
Just keep the jammer running. Maybe we reach far enough down that we hit the other end of that teleporter. Just let me take this reading.
Wait. You mean they're fucking stuck down there? No way.
I don't know. Now just let me take this fucking reading so we can get out of here alive.
Everyone, shut up. Harkins, keep the line open. Doc, finish the reading.
Almost done. Okay, that's it. I've got the info on this holo.
Harkins, we're done. We don't know why it's so quiet, so get your guys the hell out of here fast. Spears team, listen up. If the doc's right, the Institute's already radioed for a topside course to hightail it over here. As much as I'd love to leave them down there buried forever, they're not. We got folks up here that can contact to unplug that jammer for them. And if they get their hands on that jammer, they'll study it and find a way around it by next week at the latest. So, I'm calling an audible.
A what now?
It means I'm changing plans on the fly. Look, just shut up and listen. I'm getting the fuck out of here with the doc. We're leaving the cart, the generator, and the jammer. You guys take the rest. I'm leaving a Whitworth special on the jammer. 15-second delay.
But the jam...
I'll bet good caps the Institute is really pissed right now. And the moment the jammer drops, this place will be swarming with scents and coursers. So, we're not gonna be here when the jammer signal drops. We're gonna blow it sky high to keep the Institute from getting it. We can make another portable jammer, we can't make more of us. I'm leaving right now with the doc. Spears, you set this to blow once you get the gear loaded up. 15 seconds, not 1 second more. The jammer absolutely must be destroyed. Clear?
Copy, sir.
We got it from here. Get her home safe, Crenshaw.
Thank you. All of you. Good luck.
Need anything?
Okay.
Hey.
What can I do you for?
Okay. Pick up the laptop so you can make your escape. Okay. Grab laptop and other crap. You got 15 seconds. Run. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we made it out of the radius. It says report to the sheriff after we have a drink of water.
Well, no problem.
Yeah, that was actually remarkably tame.
It went very smoothly.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go over this sturdy bridge. See, that was my reasoning when I did the little mod that I did for the fixing the bridges.
Oh?
Yeah, like, you know, like I can use a rickety looking kind of ramp of lumber because that one there is just a ladder held down by a few sandbags. And yet loaded Brahmin can walk across that.
Yeah, well, there you go, right?
I think Brahmins are part mountain goat.
They're just very sure-footed.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that would explain how they can, you know, like get on top of the roofs of houses and sanctuary and things like that.
Oh, they
right?
could also jump, man. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And apparently they can fit in doorways sometimes, too, but then they can't make their way back out.
Yeah. Yeah, they get stuck in the living room of the main sanctuary house quite often.
You just need to build all the hoses for Brahmin accommodations.
Yeah, extra wide doorways, hey? Yeah. Well, it was pretty funny. I finally understood the futility of trying to keep people out. Because I used to use those little electric sliding doors.
Yep.
To keep settlers out and that kind of thing. And so I went to sleep one night, and I woke up the next morning, and there was a settler sitting in my chair.
To warn you, my last 3
inside
sidekicks each died in under a week.
My locked house that had the rolling door, you know.
I wonder if it's something like when you lose line of sight, then they don't have to obey collision rules or something.
Yeah, or they just teleport in wherever they feel like or something. I don't know.
Yep.
But anyway, it's pretty pointless to try and keep settlers out of locations. Because if they really want to go there, they're going to.
You just gotta build a location in midair and then remove the ladder. That's how you do it.
Somehow I don't think that would stop them either.
Yeah, give it a try, man. Maybe you just see a lot of settlers falling out of the air and hitting the ground all the time.
Well, no, if they can get into a building that has no open doors, pretty sure they could, or up onto the roof of a house that has no ladder up to it. Pretty sure that they can, figure that one out too.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, speaking of building, you gotta finish that ammunition plant.
I pretty much have.
Yeah, you finally get ready to show it off sometime?
Well, kind of. I mean, you know what? I might need some design help because I think I've done just about everything that I could think of to try and make it work. But, but it's still...
I looked at it on my Pip-Boy on the way back here. It's pretty solid-looking data, but I won't know for sure until we actually analyze it. The important thing is we've got it, and it's high quality enough we can use it.
Linda? Nothing for your team?
We didn't see a single toaster, sir. Can't explain it other than what the doctor suggested.
Puzzling, but serendipitous at face value.
People say humanity has fallen since the war. How great could they have been to have done this to themselves?
You have your mission? You will be well compensated.
Okay. What is my mission? What am I supposed to do? Report to the sheriff. That's what I'm doing. I'm reporting.
Good to see Spears' team back.
Oh, there you go.
Crenshaw and Dr. McClintock arrived shortly after leaving the CIT campus without incident. They have made brief reports. I'd like to hear your report as well, Lieutenant.
Sir? No casualties to report. For whatever reason, the synths didn't teleport at all once the jammer was initiated, much less to our location. We all thought they were clearing out to blow us sky high, but nothing ever happened. Doc thinks we shut down the teleporter with the jammer.
I don't get it. Why can't we just park a jammer over that spot, trap him inside, and let him starve to death?
The doctor's working theory seems plausible. That the jammer reached to the actual teleporter machine and prevented all passage out of the Institute. But, with lives on the line, we can't afford to depend on a theory. The Institute also has above-ground allies that would try to disable it. We can't hold the CIT campus indefinitely.
So what comes next?
We have the data. Now we need to analyze it and refine the parameters of the next phase. That's gonna take a few hours.
You heard the doctor. Next phase won't be ready until tomorrow. Get some rest, everyone. We'll meet back here in 24 hours. Lily, one last thing before you go.
Yeah, I know. Institute business, stay away from my safety.
Quite the opposite. We need you and your sidekick for this. The reason will become clear in the briefing. I wish there was another way.
Wait, what? You need us? You really mean it?
Yes, I do. As I said, I wish there was another way. The plan has already been set. We just need the data to refine it. The only reason you're not being briefed right now is because of the Institute's mind probe.
Why? I mean, yes, of course, but what—
As I said, the reason will be clear at the briefing. See you there.
Okay. So we attend the next briefing in 24 hours. So I guess that means we can go and have a nap and stuff like that now, hey?
Yep.
What time is it now, anyway? It's 2:16 a.m.
Well, that's what happens with these nighttime missions.
Yeah.
I guess we'll pause since we're going outside.
That's right.
And we're back.
Yes, and since we are nearly out of time, we're going to head on over to the Boston Red Rocket here, where we will have a nap and a snack, and get ready.
Get all your preparations done.
Yep, we'll get ready for the next mission, which we will see the briefing in 24 hours' time, when apparently there will be a marker appear when it's time. So anyway, here we are, and
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
I guess that will do it for this episode. So until next time,
I'm Rick B5.
and I'm Sandman 99.
Have a good one.